I don't think necessarily the dating pool is bad. I just think people are looking in the wrong direction, or they're not really.
So that actually relates to what Marie said. If you look around and you not snag, you in the 80 and you can't snag somebody in the 20, that lets you know you're in the 80 and you should be looking in the 80.
Right.
It gives you a vast amount of people to look at now. So of this 80% of men or women, why can't you find somebody? And so that should put your checklist in check, because that means your checklist is not parallel to reality. It's not parallel to exactly to your reality. And I remember I said this the other day, like, you can't make $32,000 a year looking for a man that makes $189 a year. I mean, can it happen? Yes, anything is possible. However, what is the likelihood of it happening?
1% chance.
It's not exactly. It's not that likely. So, do you want to keep spinning your wheels every day, running into the wrong kind of men which are men who don't want you, or men who are not good for you, or men who will not, can't even have a conversation with them? Like, are you going to keep spinning your wheels with these kind of people? Or are you going to, like, bring yourself into reality? Are you going to quit being delusional? Like, the delusion is what's killing us. Like, you think you so great and you deserve somebody else. No, what do you qualify for? And you say this all the time, Rico. What do you qualify for? And I'm not saying to, like, down yourself. It's great to have self-esteem and this, that, and the other. But come on now, self-esteem does not include delusion.
No, it don't.
You know?
It helps the self-esteem, I'm not going to lie.
But you know what also is another thing, too, is that there are some men and there are some women who couldn't pick a good partner if I gave them 10 and they had to choose 1 out of 10 and all 10 were good partners. They still missed the mark.
I think a lot of that, though, is because we are constantly thinking there's something more. We're never content, and not like in a settling type of way. Like, we are never content. It's like, this person is 90% of what I want. It's got to be a 99 out there. It's like, that is so ridiculous.
It is.
Especially once you get to a certain point in life and you know that you may want certain things that are biologically controlled. Like, you want a family. How long are you going to chase 99% if you 47?
And at one point,
how long are you going to chase that?
And at one point, it's not necessarily settling, because we talk about settling all the time. At one point, once you get to a certain percentage, okay, you're not settling. You're just
greedy.
Delusional.
Yeah,
now you're just looking, because ain't nobody out here 100%. Somebody somebody is not gonna have that piece that maybe the person can't drive. All right, we know you wanted a NASCAR driver out this. But the person, you just drive for them.
But there's a lot of people that don't know what a good partner looks like, and that's because they listen to the outside resources. They listen to social media. They base their current situation off prior experiences. Anything that could resemble something that looks like something that was in their past that they did not like, they automatically cut it off. And then next thing you know, it's like, well, damn, you really think about it, you were never capable of picking a good partner. So what makes you think it's going to be easy now? Because it's not. There's still the reasons why you're picking bad partners probably is because you don't know what you want and you don't know how to identify it. So you keep falling into this cycle, and now you're blaming the dating pool. No, it's you. You got to do some real self-reflecting so then you can understand what you need to go after, what really works for you. And unfortunately, you have to learn from experiences, because we can't tell you how to be you. You got to deal with that man that's cheating on you for you to realize that cheating is a deal breaker. You got to deal with that woman that doesn't cook and doesn't clean for you to realize that that's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying? Because we all think we know what we want until we get it, and now we back in the dating pool.
Yeah. And you realize, like, damn, the cooking and cleaning actually wasn't quite enough. I need a little bit more than that.
You just got to raise. I got to hire.
It's the conditioning. It's the conditioning for good, conditioning for bad. I agree with you. You don't know until you know. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Like, you really don't know until you know, and you have to try some things out to see if you like it or if you don't like it, so that you can be a better picker. But really, for me, it's so that you can make sure that you are being what you say you want. You can, I know they say opposites attract. I think that's partly true. I think more than anything, we're a lot more drawn to similarities. That's what bonds us. Commonality bonds us.
Yeah.
So if I say I want someone that's ambitious and is emotionally intelligent, and is fit. Let's just say that. Well, at minimum, I need to try to be those 3 things myself, because I'm thinking that type of person is looking for that too. So you have to turn the mirror onto yourself and try to be who you say you want. So hopefully you manifest, or whatever we're calling it today, but you draw in that type of energy to your life. I think you can find that partner when you decide to be that partner.
You know, one other thing that we should consider, and I guess to add this to your list, Rico, the problem why some people don't know how to pick a partner, a good partner, is because they've never seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Their grandparents didn't have a good relationship. Their parents didn't have a good relationship. Their siblings aren't married. Like, you know, they've never had any sort of like fundamentally sound relationships around them. And if you don't see it, one, you don't have anything to aspire to other than what you see on Instagram or whatever. So I just say, while you're right, I will say let's give people a bit of grace in knowing that a lot of people, or some people, don't have anything to rely on when it relates to having seen a healthy, fundamentally sound relationship that's gonna like flourish at some.
To follow like
And
a
I agree,
blueprint.
but you know what, Aaron? I'm with you. I agree with you 100%, but I don't cut slack, right? And there's a
Right.
reason. Because the same things, it's like I said, if you could throw it in front of their face. We watch people post their relationships on Instagram. And although, yes, we do know that sometimes it is a fake, happy relationship. But there are a lot of people who would be like, can't be real, without even knowing. You get what I'm saying? So, like, sometimes it's like some people don't even want to learn what a good relationship even looks like. They don't even want to believe it, you know? And some of them are really so, I'm not going to say her name, but I'm going to say her name. Brittany Renner, she said how she liked being a side chick in certain relationships because she wanted to just see how the love in the relationship really wasn't real.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
She wanted
how
to
it wasn't real for the other people?
For the other
Yeah.
people. It
Oh,
can't be
like,
real
you
because
think
he's
you
willing
got
to
a good
step out.
man.
Oh, okay.
He's sleeping with me.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Exactly. So it's like some people are, and I'm not saying she is, but some people are so like caught up to this part where they want to be a detriment because they've never experienced this. That
That sounds
even
like
if they see it,
self-sabotage too.
yeah, they just, you know, I don't cut slack. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with you, but there's some of the other side that's like a little finicky.
Do you think that was someone who was unhappy that was trying to bring unhappiness to other couples as well? Or
It could definitely be.
people.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it kind of sounds like
Uh-huh.
too. Like, oh yeah, like
Or they
because what if
challenge
you
it.
were the reason that this person? What if you're the first person now that this person steps out of their relationship for? Like, you're just giving them like.
Because you made yourself so enticing,
Enticing,
to
yeah.
prove a point.
And available.
Mhm. So I
Yeah.
feel like that part is like her trauma that she needs to deal with. Well, she needed to deal with because obviously if she's speaking on it now, maybe that she's healing from that. But I feel like like people just do. I don't know
I've
if
never
that's
heard
true.
that
I mean,
before.
I don't
That's
know either.
crazy.
Like,
I'm just-
What you're saying is true. Like sometimes you don't know that what you're doing is toxic or it's unhealthy because you're in it, you're stuck in it, and this is the only example that you've had, so you think it's cool, or you're there for the wrong reasons. If you're there for money, like I think a lot of times people are willing to take so much when they are paid.
Mhm.
It sucks, right? I disagree with it. I hate everything about it, but that's for my life. Like you could be a billionaire. If I don't feel good in your company, if I don't feel
With a B?
respected or
Wait, right?
A B.
Hold up.
Yes, she said a B.
I'm gonna feel good all the time. It's like I'm joking.
A
I'm gonna
B,
make
a B.
myself feel
I'm
good.
not saying
Do you, boo?
that. I think we all have a price technically, right?
Right,
But
absolutely.
so much of my price is just not rooted in money. Like I'm not saying that I couldn't enjoy certain things, but when the money is removed, then what? Like I know that the saying is like you want to cry in a whatever
Rolls
or
Royce.
yeah, but it's like I don't actually want to cry at all. That's what I need you
But
to
you gonna
understand.
cry
gonna cry
regardless. That's the
sometimes.
point. You gonna cry
But
regardless.
I wanna
Don't you want to
minimize
cry
that.
under the stars?
I want to.
But wait.
Yeah, the ones in the sky, not necessarily the ones in the car.
But you want to
what
know
I'm saying?
something?
Like-
But I learned, like, when I was single, I'm not gonna lie, right? When I was single, okay, imagine you are used to dating a guy that drives in this nice ass G-Wagon, you know, like you've been dating this person for a while, right? And then there's this really good guy. He's so sweet to you. He has a lot going on, like, you know, he's smart, has a lot going on, whatever. I don't even know how to explain this person, but he's respectful to you. He does sweet things, but he drives a car that you're not attracted to. I'm not going to say what kind of car because I get in trouble for that, but he drives a car that ain't what you expecting because you used to ride around in this G-Wagon, you know? So whatever. So whole time, this is just something that I have learned from when I was single. Whole time, this person actually, the G-Wagon was capping compared to the person that has the chill car because they actually have way more going on. They have, they just chose not to have the G-Wagon. They can have the G-Wagon, but they're just smarter with their finances.
Like Warren Buffett.
So, yeah, but that's why, because exactly, we see those people like, not even Elon Musk, it was someone else.
The rich men love.
Yeah, they be wearing a crate, like, I'm telling you, I've experienced it myself where it's just like, you know, you could have a motherfucking Wraith if you wanted to, but that's not everybody's style. So it's like sometimes we count people out or we look at people and we judge them from their appearance. And a lot of times the people that shine ain't the gold.